brother ene yawada 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. papa ba ni boy town e wakra na chese counseling nso etimi atodwa yi pa 0543 287 464 0543 287 464 ekwana tene yede nsem no eba yede nsem no eto fam ama usisie yes enti ya wieni sadia ene yenkona haso folk yeni nkomo pii ewom enne na AGM annual general meeting ekoto fam na akono wo hwe Facebook wani a place ni kama no na nsem etodwa me bubo bia ma wonso atimi atibi ewo asom na wa feel good yi pa wo be feel good se we more de ama ka te be ko school no emu aye do na ne abakede ene AGM meeting na se obeto asum yancha wono kwa yankwara fa yemfa 7 to from fama ne ma remfi se bed power premier league no yes outstanding game we came in week number 4 atofem dream self sitre fi she baako inso atreman etika anti game ni pa 1-1 a quick resource dreams 1 inso atreman 1 eno a bed power premier league no on Friday Babera Sports Stadium no 6 p.m. Asante Kotoko wekame Toma Ediana Stars game ano ehie pa Kotoko Ediana Stars on Friday no 6 p.m. game were very important also Asante Kotoko supporters ni were massively ekwe game no Kotoko supporters no massively also mu na mkwe game no cause man were massively Ediana de no yin yi pa it on Friday 6 p.m. Kotoko Ediana Stars. Na ATM meeting ase no. Na House of Folk in fact and supporters a omunya akwanya wura mu e wase no bie forum ne to so bia mu sa ne da na koma so na ya ntwentwe ho ti ba kokoi na wo se His Highness yewura na sa club samuno mo co partnership Cincinnati no tie adwo na me ne ade no yet is someone so mbempo mama fe top notch coaches matimi anya bi ediaba na nse na mudi baidie ade ne mo hadodo right what this asem to jan yewura His Highness to be after the 14th eyi nsem na no maso munya abotre why munya abotre na muntie ensem no senya ode to dwa ene ensem awodo a wo kan fa ho
quite clear and I was of the view that in the course of your explanation we could get something out of the partnership immediately concerning a coach, a top-notch coach, and not this one that we have. Thank you very much.
Well, I said it briefly that they had made offers, and I wish they would bear a lot of the cost. You know, some of these details you can't present now. No. Absolutely no. Some of these details we cannot present now. But that's why I put it very roughly, that in one case, they've offered, they will send, some expertise to us where they bear the bulk of the cost. They ask, how much can you guys afford? We've been extremely adventurous in trying to get the best coach we can have. There's one case of one of the most renowned former footballers whose name would ring back anywhere, who was interested in House of Folk, but of course not connected with Open Cincinnati, and what they wanted a month was very much northwards, So we've been working really hard on these matters, you see. But let me say this though, sometimes the way we read some of these things is not very good. Even the best coaches have failed at different places. Is that not true? So it's not an exact science of 1 + 1 = 2. How many coaches has Chelsea had for the past since 2010? Who knows? Chelsea. Those of you are Chelsea fans. How many coaches has Chelsea had? Last season, 3 coaches. It doesn't mean the coaches, the managers of Chelsea don't know anything. It doesn't mean that. Real Madrid, how many coaches have they had for the past 10 years? About 9. You see, so sometimes the way some of you present things is not really fair. Unless you don't know what's happening in football globally. Flamengo is an old club. They've had 23 coaches since 2010. We here also know what we are doing. 23 coaches. Flamengo, since 2010. You can talk Man United, Chelsea, you know. So that is the reality. It's not an exact science. That's why you can have a coach as good as Tuchel, being sacked from Chelsea, but finding home in another club. Exactly. So when you are a genuine supporter, you have to understand these things and keep supporting. You see what I'm saying? Arsenal, look at what they went through for many years until now. Liverpool, for 30 years in the doldrums until a club came in. So it's not an exact science. Let's get that clear. It's not like 1 + 1 = 2. There's always a lot of judgment involved, and many factors come to play in making a coach succeed or fail. You know, one of the biggest failures was this coach who was doing so well, Coach Moyes, that he was doing very well in Everton, and then Manchester took him with high hopes. He didn't last. Since then, Manchester has been going in and out various coaches. We've seen even your popular friend, Chelsea man, Jose Mourinho, sacked from here and sacked from there. For the first time, Germany sacked a coach recently. So please, with all due respect, it's not an exact science. And for an ambitious club like Grass of Folk, sometimes you don't have the patience, which is why you may change very quickly, the same way Chelsea has done over the years. You know, and they are still struggling to get it right. Pochettino from Tottenham to PSG, struggling with Chelsea. So Chelsea don't know what they're doing. So please, with all due respect, okay, a good coach can still find a new area, a new environment difficult. It doesn't mean that the coach is totally useless. Neither does it mean that the managers don't know what they're doing. One of the biggest challenges we have at Class of Folk is making sure the fans keep supporting. Because sometimes the negativity also hurts us, hurts our ability to raise sponsorship, and etc. So please, with all due respect, let's understand that football administration, coaching, none of them is an exact science. It's not 1 + 1 = 2. Thank you.
Debra, Morikasa. His Highness, and I'll tell you what this answer to go on coaching issues. Say no comments out to an airbus. In fact, Martin Kopman party, Yamian, the performance didn't show any cry. Internet AGM meeting, as no because resist our topics are. Money sans Neri no tea job for no partnership. And it seems say, on the police to top notch quality coaches amamo. But now somebody by the Matamaka and Dawson. And I tell says where I say, teaching Maza. Nipa we yan na say, Ubi Namre, has to focus on one fuck my pa. What I said, the Telesta machine is Lugano, at my panem pa, one tetri. Support me here. What I say, support me in here. No book sa. You vat or my buy him say, one more come here top notch, or your quality. And so come background and no man to me fat. What I say, no man to me fat, or me yamre. Then I will answer Chelsea, the walk, the was yes, it's honest. Boy would actually part 24 because fatting no mean follow our team say David Moyes, Jack Mapa, away fatting about Manchester. They say, oh, man, Yammer cram and only a sacking, no. Do see Morin with sacking or Thomas to get top notch quality coach. One so size, sacking us, and Tim Merenia, Mereno, and Mereno. Martin Kopman Mosara, Mon Cosuna Gidie, or Kopman, Mon support to Martin Kopman, empty. As I say, why I honest, and in some cacra, a tuja, famwa. tu jafa ho anti no Copman what you say be nyamere yeah according to his Highness Martin Copman be nyamere papa say na you radin samuni tuja chichiri mu a na ya nti etna ye ba ye be sa asem no na yaka ho ensemi yie pa na yewura eno say na me anim nie eno ma wo je no wo podman akono dodo in fact ye won krofo kura wo mo amono ne a o me impressed with eno ma ye no podman okwa facilities e wono mo a ya me anim nie wo say that class bi kwampo no o ma feel so good and am also folk na mo ma supporters no asa mo share support team ni mo support team ni ye mo troop in massively na mo be hwe games out no na emo ma so folk no peso ye nyina no wentimi enwe pe na owie ye kura no en wo chirim say mon kama komantom yem na me anim ni ma so folk team ni de ye team ankruwa de ebombom ho na ni nyina mu no wo ye podma project na ni abra hono no ni concentration ni akodi wono ni nyina no still podma project ni cost by trophies e was arrive e wo haso folk omo trophy secretariat wo en wachi and was see this season you know this season ya ba Martin Cop make fan boy cash trophy ni beba Martin Copman the performance in nature you say we chidie pass a trophy this season haso folk bearing it.
Thank you very much. Thank you for that. That's a good note on which to end this one. But let me assure you that while we are doing all this investment, we still have an eye on the trophies. And let me add that. Okay, I'll get to you. Let me also add the following. Just imagine the past without Pobyman. The bus sets off 5 hours ahead. That 5 hours, I'm told. 5 hours, I'm told. 5 hours ahead of when the training will start. They'll pick the first person, go around Accra, picking people. By the time they arrive at the training pitch, the first person they pick has been in the car for 5 hours. They would have spent so much on petrol. When they close at 5 o'clock, the same way, they will start dropping and dropping. The last person probably will stay in the car for 5 hours. Today, the bus doesn't have to go and pick them. So we don't spend money on petrol. We don't get the players tired. They wake up and they walk seconds onto the pitch. That is the more reason why we expected so much more from them than we are seeing today. You see, they don't have to sit in the bus for hours. And that is why also the coach is able to train 2 times a day. When there are no matches ahead, the coach is able to train 2 times a day because they are all there. This is the way to go. So I agree with what Ms. Ora is saying, that you see, we are laying the foundation, he understands it, the foundation for the future. What we are doing, others will have to do later on. You see what I'm saying? If you recall when Arsenal was spending money building Emirates Stadium, they couldn't afford to buy players. But they knew that what they were doing, others will have to do later on. You know, so the foundation is being laid. Those who went to Morocco, was it, or Morocco, when we played there, saw kids being brought by their parents to train at work facilities, which we don't have. When you watch a match being played at Arsenal Stadium, Emirates, or Man United or City, don't you feel embarrassed when you compare that to what we see when we are playing at maybe I don't want to call it any pitch. You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, we claim that we are football crazy people. But we are not investing in the game. How can we compete with those who are investing in the game? So you got to appreciate what this board is doing. This board is ahead of its time. You see? And I tell you, people who have visited that place from even the advanced countries are very impressed about what we are doing. So let's support the board as our friend just told us. You know, but I want to assure you that while we do all of these things, our number one priority is still the trophy. And we are still confident that this year we'll get it. You know. Thank you very much. So we can continue and wrap up.
Piao, yes, his Highness to be after the 14th ɛna wote sɛ obewie kura no wɔde etwa to sɛ kwansa bɛma no mo nkama ntom yam yes ekwan bia so wogiri sɛ trophy no Bet Power Premier League season 2023-2024 no has to folk team no on be lifted the ultimate ne ebomu no noma we yen pumane de na me ni akono papa because of say o meet the standard of European class no na bibia so etime kwenti na me nan so bia mfa no support emfa ema board no wadwuma pa wo mo eye e wo pema ne mom ni nyina mu no o hyamobɔ se trophy no ebeba what as medical ball on coaches ne de ndada medical abo eno na enumu ena Jacob say board no ase matena kodwa so ache dodo ai bi kura kasen ese wo benya fresh ideas e wo set me banya dia tinkebeya monhwe nanka yanto aben manimu ya na se bi kura yenyi yewura alaji akambi no mo Vincent Dote no mo na yewura doctor na onu yenyi omo emfru no mo nanka fresh ideas emra on board na on board ni elections no say na his royal highness editu dwa wo chiri me so for now ne die on atwuma kura board no o magen akono we projects ahodo o maye na ehu be nya sesenke ye ti project na no a ewo se ye ti ewo mu edimu enti yama o mu nwie project ni nyane nke yemia no ye bia no wi a ye se ene foforo ba na ehun se foforo so ba beto aso de firi ba bi na so ma bre ho na no o kase ukoto aba na bi ekoyi bi firi mu ni sa no so betima kwa akwa adwe enti kore de yemfa de ne enko next year February nanka AGM eno next year AGM no ye wura ho no ma nanka afi no ebedu sa na ye audit ni bibia kama nanka elections no akwa akotodwa
has been duly carried. Now we come to a very interesting part again where we would want all your cooperation to support the board to do the job it's doing for you. First, let me acknowledge that this board has stayed for too long. And let me admit that if we had been having board meetings in the recent years that we missed board meetings, the board's composition and structure would have changed. But unfortunately, because we've not had meetings, we've not been able to change the board structure. Ordinarily, as a person of the board members should be retiring and be offering themselves, if they want, for re-election. As I had assured you, we want to have another board meeting early next year, and we have in our mind February. The financial head is here. I'm sure the accounts will be audited before the end of the year. We expect to finish auditing the accounts for 2022-23 before the end of the year. And if we do, we'll have another AGM in February. We want to be as current as possible. We can feel proud that our company is being managed very well. Of course, we hope that by then we would have also closed the rights issue, okay, and come here and celebrate, a debt-free or a near debt-free Accra Suffolk, okay. The special request I want to make of members is that we approve the continuation of the board members up to the next board meeting, up to the next AGM. You give us your mandate just for the next few months until the next AGM, so we can do the proper thing and restructure the entire board. Because we have not obtained from members those. We have not been able to work on the members who have to retire, and therefore ask them to, represent themselves for election. So what I'm trying to say, therefore, is that we all are offering ourselves for re-election, and I want you to give us that mandate just for the rest of the time until the next board meeting, when we will now see a complete restructuring of the board. What did I say? But okay, yeah, thank you. Next AGM, when we will restructure the entire board. You know, I mean, this board is done quite a bit up to now. We want to see to the completion of Pobiman, and apart from a few of the contractors who have disappointed us, the whole idea this time is that we can celebrate Pobiman and the head office come 11th November. Yes, when you go there, the security gates are almost completed. The security buildings, the security posts are almost completed for the two main gates. The two smaller gates, they don't have security posts, only the small gates. But the main two main gates, the old one that we were using when we were building the residence and the offices, the security post is virtually done, and the same with the main gate when you're coming from the main road. The gates themselves, the metal gates, are all already done. Now they are going to put them on the rollers so they can roll, you know. We want to get all of these things done ideally so we can celebrate the two projects, Pobiman and head office, come 11th November. As that we just honor this board with the opportunity to celebrate this project, and then the term of the board, you know, comes to close.
Eti eho enkomo eno the current board no na china yaba 6:30 ewu Kumasi a. Yes, supporters bi ko twenten as in 10 na ano ehie pa so mo pen na mprechna se board we nkoso ntena ho mani yewunu kura na yemfa interim formula action formula emetron kosi se next year AGM no ebebentina no so ano ehie pentino manigi sama eba wutie voice anu boy ya his royal highness yewura to have the 14th air confirm say aso folk or next birthday or mubedie no I was the commercial center and Pobiman facilities no air complete no bia no enti any adie em se bana kwa ye wie ni because sanya security gate ye de tum na ye de no ma ruwuram na akono yie pa enti eno ekwe kakra eto edwa ma wie eno koye heater argument ewo eno na ye ba kwa ma ye wura leja kamru na asore ye ewuram anche so mo kono ma kwa akoye se asundwe betimi aba ho eno akoba se supporter ba ko eno oba no se ye wura Pobiman na wo ye no wadia Pobiman wadia bese mu asase no land no wadia ho adi na wo so Pobiman project no title be na adia to so e na afi so no ate no ankasa ona na ye hwan say ne ko wie ye ne heated argument wo AGM no ase.
Okay, once again, I'm Farouk Zakari. Please, I would like to know Pobiman project, the name of the title of the project, the name. And then 2, we also like to know the duration of the project, funding, terms of payment of the project, and the name of the land title. Yes. These are the simple things that I would like to know. Thank you.
Okay, a very quick one. The land is owned by, Hearts of Oak. We have had to go and renegotiate the transaction with the chiefs and elders of Pobiman. Okay? And I think at one time they were like 2 separate land reports together. We had to bring two separate lands together in one lease agreement. That is, and the owner is House of Oak. The owner is Accra House of Oak. When we have the lease extended, everything was renegotiated. the boundary better defined, 2 plots coming together as one, new lease, extended lease with the relevant required payments. So that's the Pullman, the land. Is that okay?
So now, basically, it's for Accra Hearts of Oak.
Project.
Yes,
because somebody can also be asking, does the head of it belong to Accra House of Oak? It's for House of Oak. Because what?
We have been hearing the team belongs to someone.
Which team?
Accra Hearts of Oak belongs to someone.
Of course, it belongs to people.
Yes, so I would like to know because I'm also part of Accra Hearts of Oak.
So the Accra House belongs to who? The owner.
Sir, don't get me wrong.
So it's, don't
get me wrong.
Indirectly.
Don't get me wrong.
Indirectly. Oh, please, hello. We are having this.
Oh, lovely. AGM na see it pa. What you say? Me nua Farouk bi say team no what so dia? And you say House of Folk. Eh House of Folk dia. So there be on no be say no oh. Me say House of Folk. Omo dia. What you say? Ah say na ano ehie pa. Ano ehie pa. At a point na we so twentwe so kakra no a omo say edem ho no no true car no be kofom ansa na omo timi atwa so na ensam ne doso odi nyina na se chena 6:30 e wo kuma se 104.1 FM be tin komo e be tomu suko e be doso no ye be twene sere ne abasa AGM no e chena ye be ma na chi nyina awai sei nsam bo hu mo de nyanto wasia na ene mama 4 no etana ya kani nyina ebeba na kani nya odi kuma se 104.1 FM etana ya kani nyina ebeba ano be ye din be de papa nsem wom what you quote Martin Kopman de no abotre na mu hia ya elections no board ne de what ye pub man yes this many more odi nyina nso be hia e o country sports no so na bibia I find ye pa me papa Bishop Justice Admin apa ma menchia atwema kofo dia Christ Link Church one prophetess Elena ni mako Bishop Justice Admin apa menchia na me mo abaso nyon pa yankari pawu e chena eje meeting no be to so brutal e wo country sports so me dey the crowd ya na Sante Mercy anumere me nua kwabno usu ansa simple ma kwansa bema e na obo machi don produce me na anumere ya ye 520 sports no e de ebreo